everyone, this is Doxy Mom and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, I'd greatly appreciate if you hit that little red subscribe button. You can ring the bell for notifications, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Well, Miss Indy and the puppies are in the background, so I apologize if they start whining. We're going to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less, so let's get started. Now, the White House just put out a video, and I'll link it in the pinned comments below, but it's called the Summer of Winning, and it goes over all that's been accomplished by our wonderful president just this summer. And the list includes that Mexico sent 26,000 troops to the border. President Trump signed a memorandum to eliminate federal student loan debt for all disabled veterans. Isn't that wonderful? And then he was the first American president to step foot into North Korea, and that was just historic. He signed a safe third country agreement with Guatemala on immigration. He's building the wall. He signed an executive order to increase transparency around the cost and quality of health care. And President Trump got a lot accomplished at the G7 summit, including making a trade deal with Japan. Now, President Trump, he signed an executive order that is taking vital steps to increase the supply of kidney available transplants. This is wonderful. And then he met with the Prime Minister of Canada, the Queen of England, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, the President of Mongolia, the President of Romania, and the President of Poland. He's created jobs, helping former inmates get jobs. He's made an agreement with the EU to open up European markets. And he's made America the #1 oil producers of the world. And he's kept gas prices low, even over the holidays. All that while still fighting this deep state, evil cabal, Satan. Now, could you imagine everything he could get done for the entire world if he wasn't having to fight this war? So, anyway, like I said, America's coming into her harvest, and are you tired of winning yet? I didn't think so. Now, the war is still raging, guys, because you are not going to believe this. These crazy Democrats out in San Francisco, well, they have just passed a resolution that labels the NRA, the National Rifle Association, as a domestic terrorist organization. Now, the city council is urging the federal government to do the same. Are you kidding me? I mean, really? Let's see. San Francisco, which harbors criminals since San Fran declared itself a sanctuary city back in 1989, and they've strengthened the stance in 2013 with its due process for all ordinance. San Fran, where an illegal shot an innocent woman with a gun, and he's acquitted and protected in this sanctuary city. San Fran with over 9,700 homeless people, a 17% increase from 2017. And San Fran, where possession of most drugs is just a misdemeanor, including meth, cocaine, and heroin. So, these people want the NRA recognized as a terrorist organization, where a law-abiding NRA member is labeled a terrorist. Well, I hate to tell you, San Fran, but that's not going to be happening because first, President Trump is friends with the NRA, and then he just has common sense, y'all. Now, Fox, they put out a video on YouTube, and I'll link it, but one of the reporters, her name is Jedediah, and she brings up a pretty good point. She says that stricter background checks and closing gun show loopholes are reasonable to many. But you start adding a gun buyback program, and Beto O'Rourke, he's saying that this should be mandatory. Well, people, they're not going to do this, especially people in rural areas like myself, where you call the police, it's going to take a while for them to get here. And Jedediah says that these people rely on themselves to protect themselves and their families. Well, she's got that right. Guys, I don't know anybody out here in the country that doesn't own a gun, but the 2020 Dems, They want to take away our guns, disarm the sheep so they can't fight back. Well, you would think that most people would understand this concept. Then, Fox is reporting that Walmart and Kroger don't want their customers to bring their firearms into their stores, even in states where open carry is allowed. Now, guys, this makes absolutely no sense. If a shooter comes in and a customer is armed, then everyone is much safer than if no one is armed except the shooter. So, this just tells me that Walmart and Kroger, they're probably going to start losing some business. Then Mike, a guest on the Fox panel, he says it's ridiculous that Walmart won't sell ammo anymore. Well, then maybe they should stop selling auto parts because cars kill people. Then they just maybe ought to just get rid of the dairy department because cholesterol kills people. And well, then eventually you're just going to have a big old empty store, and they could knock it down and plant corn. And in the future, people will say, I remember when this cornfield used to be a Walmart. Moving on. Now, President Trump, he had a press conference yesterday in the Oval Office where he said that he did approve of Senator Perdue and Senator Daines making the trip to China. And they spoke to Secretary Mnuchin and Ambassador Lighthouser about the trip before they left. When they returned, they told the president that China would like to make a deal. But, guys, I had seen fake news saying that Perdue and Daines were going behind President Trump's back to make a deal with China. So, I am so glad that our wonderful president cleared all that up yesterday. Then President Trump, he said that China does want to make a deal, but we're going to make a real deal, not a fake deal like the fake media. Don't you just love our president? And thank you, Jesus. President Trump is our president. Now, Trump said that we are helping out the Bahamas. They're having a lot of problems with their phones, which is to be expected. And we're just sending lots of resources to the Bahamas because they have a situation there like few have seen before. So please continue to pray for everyone affected by Dorian. Now, yesterday, Dorian had come down to a Category 2 hurricane, but unfortunately overnight it kicked back up to a Category 3. And it's going to be about 40 miles off of the Charleston coast by about 2 p.m. today in just a couple of hours. And it's moving north-northeast at 8 miles an hour, and it's moving towards the NC coast. So please, everyone, evacuate, because winds at 115 miles an hour is not something to play around with. Now, I still have not heard if they found that missing child, the sister to Lachino McIntosh, the little boy who drowned. So I'll just continue to pray for that family, and if I hear anything, I will let y'all know. And I'll leave a link to the Golden State Times where you can watch President Trump's interview. Now, Fox Business is reporting that Jim Watkins, he's the owner of 8chan. Well, he is testifying, he has testified probably already, in front of the House Homeland Security Committee behind closed doors earlier today in D.C. And 8chan, well, it's still offline, but Watkins says that it's going to be back up and running after his testimony. So we're all hoping that's going to happen, and we're hoping that 17 will start posting again as well. But I'll leave a link to that Fox Business. Now, remember when the 2,000 pages of documents that came out from the Jeffrey Epstein case? Well, it named many accusers, like including Prince Andrew. 10,000 more pages, guys, will be made public, where hundreds of people are implicated, and they say many of these will be famous people in the entertainment business. So when that drops, I'll keep you posted. I'm kind of hoping it will not drop this weekend because, guys, I volunteer with a ministry, and we're having a big evangelical event this weekend, and so I will not be having a broadcast probably on Saturday, but I'll be with you tomorrow. But Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be a little bit busy. But I bring this up because I'd like to ask all of you watching, would you please just say a prayer that so many people will give their lives to Christ this weekend? That's what we're just really hoping and praying for, because we want everybody to be in heaven with the Lord, and that's the goal. So also I want to say thank you to all my wonderful subscribers, and I have many new subscribers, so welcome to the channel. And I just want y'all to know I have the greatest subscribers in the whole world, y'all, and your comments, they just touch my heart. Just want to let you know that. Well, I'm going to end with Psalms chapter 11 verses 4 through 7. The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord is on his heavenly throne. He observes the sons of men. His eyes examine them. The Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked and those who love violence, his soul hates. On the wicked he will rain fiery coals and burning sulfur, and scorching wind will be their lot. For the Lord is righteous. He loves justice. Upright men will see his face. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and until next time, this is Doxy Mom, and God bless you all.